This morning to ask Jesus to just show up in even a more powerful and tangible way. I think he's honored that prayer. This morning I want to begin a new series of messages that will definitely take us through the summer, and it may even take us through the fall. We're going to spend some time taking a look at Paul's letter to the churches in Galatia. Galatia was a region in Asia Minor. It would be considered part of modern-day Turkey. Scholars tell us that Paul became a Christian during AD 33. I had not thought about Paul becoming saved that early because Jesus, was crucified in that same year. And there was the resurrection, there was the outpouring of the Spirit at Pentecost on the churches. And then somewhere during that time, the persecution, and during that persecution, God spoke to Paul on the Damascus Road. Well, quite a year, wasn't it? It was an amazing year. Paul settled in Antioch, and we were told in Acts chapter, I think somewhere around 13, 14, that men were gathered together, they were ministering, they were praying, they were fasting, and the Holy Spirit said, "Set apart for me Saul," who's known as Paul, and Barnabas. And so we have the first missionary journey that took place around AD 47, 48. During that time, Paul established some churches in the northern portion of Galatia. And then his second missionary journey was somewhere between AD 49 and 52. And there he established some other churches also in this part of southern Galatia. We don't know which group of Galatia. Then it was written around AD 49. If it was to those in the southern region, it was around AD 55. Paul's purpose in writing this letter was twofold. Number one was his apostleship was under attack. There were those who say that Paul was not really and truly an apostle, and we'll talk about why they said that in a moment. The second reason was that there was also a challenge being made to Paul's teaching that salvation was by grace through faith, and that alone. Chuck Swindoll writes in his commentary on Galatians that commentators have often called the letter of Galatians the Magna Carta of Christian liberty or the Christian Declaration of Independence. Fair enough, but frankly, it reads more like a declaration of war. 5 themes that run through the Father who Acts